Good morning and welcome to another installation of Destiny Dialogue. So I honestly thought I will be doing it more consistently than I am, but then with my attempts of temperance and my constant battle with tardiness, it made it a little bit harder sometimes to actually do this while I'm trying to run on the way to work. But I'm still gonna try and do them here and there, especially when I have something on my mind that I would like to share. So this morning I was actually thinking, because I had the I'll say privilege of being on different platforms and hearing the mindset of many different types of people. And one of the platforms that I went on, they bring out a lot of good talking points. I love hearing people talk how their mind is and how they look at different situations. But one thing I noticed was that, and it's led by majority men for the most part. And one thing I noticed was the constant trying to find faults in mainly in the other gender. And then when it came to like even other men with faults that came on that platform, they really didn't have any thing to say to them when it came to like discrepancies or you know viewpoints that had fallacies and things like that. So when I think about it though, and then but I do not deny they brought up a lot of good points though when it came to certain things. When it came to genders being at fault, and when it came to stats with certain things and all that. But of course, a lot more the heavier stats came with the opposing gender. Opposing, I say, because what I noticed was, like, for me, and I don't know, I seem to be looking at this differently than a lot of people, but I noticed on the women's side, there are times when women are always blaming the man and all that for whatever reason, and then vice versa, the men are always blaming the woman for whatever the situation is. Then I'm thinking, and I'm sitting back and I'm looking and I'm like, and I feel like I'm the only one on these platforms sometimes thinking like this, but I'm looking at the real issue, and the real issue is a humanity issue. It's not even a woman-men issue. It's a humanity issue. So the thing is, while we're sitting back, not being accountable, blaming others, and projecting our issues and things like that on the other gender, we're not taking the accountability that needs to be taken, whether it weighs heavy on either side, rather than coming together and figuring out what we can do on a humanity standpoint. We're casting blame, and that, I feel, is where the problem is underlined. Because the more I'm a Christian, so the more I see that the nation is moving away from Christ, is the more I'm seeing that it's a humanity issue. It's a humanity issue, and it's going to continually be a humanity issue if we do not look at underlying situations, if we do not, instead of trying to cast blame, actually try to find solutions. So, that's my 2 cents on that. I'm not really for gender wars. I am pro accountability, as hard as it may be. There are a lot of times where I had to be accountable for decisions that I've even made. So, I'm pro accountability. Now, I know it's hard because you're always worrying about, when you actually, move towards being accountable, that now people kind of use that as their weapon to kind of even vindicate themselves, where that may not be the case. There's a lot of reasons why accountability may be difficult, but that accountability with progress, accountability is big, and also knowing, understanding, and seeing what the initial situation is, and even if it weighs heavy on either gender, trying to figure out a solution rather than casting blame. It doesn't get anywhere. Never gets anywhere, just casting blame. All right, so that's my 2 cents.